One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only Metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Rituals reports he paves his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
Yes, sir. Much love and respect to everybody up in the building. Shout out to all of you guys in the Breakfast Club. You guys all know who you are. Shout out to you guys and a round of applause. Much love and respect. I very much appreciate all of you guys hanging out with us in the morning, man. We always have a good ass time. Today's topic is going to be a little heavy. We have Hamas political leader Ismail. I don't know how to pronounce his name all the way, but unalived in Tehran. So this is Israel attacking Hamas. And we're going to discuss it a little bit. And obviously, everyone knows that this is a hot topic, right? So I can only say so much about this topic on YouTube out of respect for their platform and their terms of service and what they will get rid of you or not for. You know what I mean? So we're going to make sure that we just stick to the news, and I try my best to hold back any type of personal comments on the situation. It is very, very hard to discuss something like this. So anyways, but I am going to do my absolute best to give it to you guys exactly the way the news is, and I'm not messing around. You know what I mean? You guys, we're being transparent as all hell. What up, Dean? Appreciate you for being here. Pitbull up in here saying the #1 metric of YouTube right here. Remember to rev the like button and drop the clutch on the share button to will spin the show out of here. And respect to all joining, and hope you're all having an amazing midweek. I love that shit, man. What's up, Tats? Appreciate you for being here. Both of you guys over there in England, man. Shout out to England in the building. You know what I mean? Man, we're worldwide with this shit. I swear. It's so crazy to actually see where you guys are all from. All of that stuff. I had to cough real quick, so I muted myself so I didn't blow out the mic. Client called and complained of their system overheating. I asked if it was giving a heat warning, and they explained no. It was on fire. Yes, that's definitely overheating. Yeah, Road Rage, you're freaking. You never have any dull moments at your job ever. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. It's crazy what you go through for real. What up, Chuck? Appreciate you guys for being here. Much love, loyalty, honor, and respect to all of you guys. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you especially not only to the Breakfast Club, but to the moderators too that moderate this shit. So I very much appreciate you guys. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this a little bit. So on July 30th, 2024, which was obviously yesterday, they discussed really heavily in this whole thing. It's been updated today in the morning, 12:56. So anyways, July 30th, 2024, Hamas political leader killed. Israel strikes Beirut. I don't know how to pronounce it all the way through. And a lot of this shit, I can't pronounce a lot of shit, not only here, but especially the Middle East. So Hamas political leader Ismail has been killed in Tehran. Iranian state media reported on Wednesday, citing the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Hamas said Haniyeh was killed, which is Ismail, was killed in in an Israel raid on his residence. The killing comes at a fraught time for the Middle East, with escalating confrontations between Israel and Hezbollah, threatening to expand into a wider regional war, and as Hamas continues to battle Israel's military in Gaza. Yesterday, Israel said its strike in Beirut killed Hezbollah's most senior military commander, who is blamed for a rocket attack in the Israel-occupied Golan Heights that killed 12 children. All right, so this is off CNN, everybody. We're going to go ahead and I haven't watched any of this. We're going to go ahead and watch it together. Let's get it.
Well, at this point, it's a statement from Hamas itself and also from Iranian state media. And they are quoting the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, saying that Ismail Haniyeh, the political leader of Hamas, has been killed in Tehran, in the Iranian capital.
What up, Drezo?
Now, at this point, there are no details of exactly what happened. We know he was killed, according to the reports from state media, with his bodyguard as well. And we understand that he was in Tehran for the inauguration of the new Iranian president. Now, that happened on Tuesday. He was still in Tehran. We don't know the exact timing of when.
Just so you know, we have another media source that we're going to go to, Mark, as well. He says CNN is pro-Hamas, which they are. They absolutely are. There is doubles, there's always two sides to everything, right? So we're going to play not only this one, because it's only 5 minutes long, of them reporting this. And then we're going to move over to another video that is off of BBC as well. We're going to see what they're saying. We're going to see what the world is saying. This is world news for real. All right, let's check it out.
This event took place. There has been no claim of responsibility, but most suspicions are falling on Israel at this point. We have asked Israeli authorities for comment on this. Israel has made it very clear that it considers all of the leaders of Hamas to be a target since the October 7th attacks by Hamas in Israel last year. And we have seen a number of the leaders be assassinated. The military number 2 in Gaza, for example, Mohammed Daif, was killed recently, and we know that they are trying to get more leaders. So this is a significant development. Ismail Haniyeh has been part of Hamas since the 80s. He is a very significant figure within this group. We know that he took over as the political leader in 2017. Much of his time after that was spent outside of Gaza. He has been living in Doha, Qatar. He's also been free to travel around some other countries, for example, Iran. He's been in Turkey as well. But Israel did say that it did consider all of these leaders to be a target since October 7th. So it's at this point is a significant development. Israel has not claimed responsibility.
Isn't that crazy, XS? Sad part is he was already replaced before he was killed. That's what's crazy about how this shit works. They have it all planned out, dude. And what she just said right there is Israel has not taken responsibility yet. She's about to say that. Let's back it up 10 seconds. Let's listen in.
A target since October 7th. So it's at this point is a significant development. Israel has not claimed responsibility, made any comment, which is not unusual when it comes to some of these attacks we have seen in the past. Now, we heard a statement as well from Hamas calling it a, quote, Zionist raid on a residence in Tehran. So they're very clear about who they believe was responsible for this. Now, Haniyeh himself had joined Hamas back in the 80s during the first Intifada, and he was a very vocal, a very
Get ready, guys. I'm just letting you guys know real quick that the chances are that when we're talking about something like to this magnitude of what we're talking about right now, a lot of what you guys are going to be saying is going to be censored. Just is what it is with YouTube. When we talk politics, especially when it comes down to them boys over there in the Star State, right? When we talk about this, YouTube is very strict, not only on what I say, but what you guys say, and they'll hide your guys' comments. They don't even delete it. They just hide it to where I can't even see it. They do it to me all the time too, you know? So yeah, this is going to be a hard one. As Steve says, they love to remove comments on political stories. Well, here we go, guys. Get ready. Just know it's not us, you know, doing that over here.
Public spokesperson and political leader for the group. We do know that Israel had been going after him.
Real quick, I'm just going to say, so real quick, that dude called Chuck. So check it out. He says, oh, this shit is censored to the extreme with this subject. Yeah. Most YouTubers will not report on this, talk about this. They're scared to. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. They will dodge this topic 100%, but I'm telling you, for me, I have to be true and honest to what's happening in the world if I'm going to be talking about world news and be known as a world, you know, a world news reporter, geopolitics. I'm all in this geopolitics, world news, biker news. I report on all of it, and I don't hide it because, oh, it can possibly do something to me. You know what I mean? I have to be honest with you guys at all times. So, but most YouTubers are not going to do this. So I very much appreciate you guys' support, you guys being here, members, all of you guys becoming members of the channel. That's the #1 way you can actually support a YouTuber, by the way. Just shouting that out. You know what I mean? So I very much appreciate you guys being here and watching. Let's check it out.
His family in Gaza since October 7th. In fact, just 1 month after those Hamas attacks, they did target his residence in Gaza City. We know they have also targeted his family. A number of his children have been killed in Israeli airstrikes since that attack. But as we have been speaking for just recent hours, an assassination
100%
talked about in Beirut of a Hezbollah leader. The fact we are now talking about the political leader of Hamas potentially being assassinated in Tehran, it is a very significant development.
You're describing him as this political leader.
What up, War Gorilla?
What does his death mean to leadership now within
Welcome back,
Hamas?
Junkyard.
And is there someone who would take the place of this man?
Okay.
Well, at this point, given what is happening in Gaza, the political leadership and
Rebecca,
the military
but I have to be honest with you guys.
Really does not have too much communication. We know that Yahya Sinwar is in Gaza, or believed to be in Gaza. At this point, Israeli officials believe that he is in the tunnel network, potentially hiding from Israeli airstrikes. He is the #1 target that they have at this point. But when you're looking at, for example, the negotiations of a possible hostage release deal, a ceasefire deal, the negotiations really focus on Yahya Sinwar. So he is the key man in Gaza at this point to try and get that deal done. But we have heard a lot from Ismail Haniyeh as well. He is was presumably in touch with the military leadership. But given the nature of what is happening, given the war in Gaza at this point, the political and military leadership is certainly quite separate, it appears, and communication would be extremely difficult. But we have seen that a number of political leaders have been assassinated in the past, and there has always been someone to take their place. For example, Sheikh Yassin, the founder of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, was very close to him and was one of his assistants. And then Sheikh Yassin was assassinated. So
I call that spurging what she's doing. She's doing a little too much right there. All right, so that's good enough for me because we're at the very end of that. Let's go ahead and go over to as left as it goes over there in London, basically, right? Or England, rather. We're going to go ahead and go over to BBC News. Guys, everyone, you know, as I, you know, should and always will do with any type of media that I cover and discuss with you guys on here and show you guys, I'm going to, of course, let you guys know who they are. And to obviously, if I'm watching it, we got to support it. So I very much appreciate BBC News. Look, I subscribed. I gave a thumbs up. So this just came out. Let's go ahead and see what they've got to say.
Israel has carried out an airstrike on the Lebanese capital, Beirut, in what it says was a targeted move against a commander of the militant group Hezbollah, which is backed by Iran. The strike happened in a heavily built-up neighborhood.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about, Ron. See, I tried to be as honest as possible with you guys at all times. You know what I mean? I want to be as vigilant as possible to where you guys can actually rely on my news sources. What I come through, what I show you guys is real. It's not fake. It's not a narrative, and that it's down the middle. You know what I mean? Everyone knows my stance, what my political stance is, but you guys know that I'm very good at being objective and not thinking only about me. I think about everybody, you know what I mean? So my political stance doesn't matter.
Neighborhood. One woman was killed, and emergency services are still looking for survivors. Israel blames Hezbollah for an attack last weekend in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights, during which 12 young children died. The group denies involvement. From Lebanon, here's our correspondent, Quentin Somerville.
Look at that
Israel's
shit.
response came just before
shit is
sunset.
right, Hook Dog.
A drone attack. 3 strikes on a building in Beirut's southern suburb of Dahiya. The explosions could be heard across the city. An attack that Lebanon has been bracing itself against for days.
Exactly, Pitbull.
The target, a Hezbollah commander, Israel blames for the attack.
Look, I am the mainstream media pushback. That is why we do this. If I've showed everything that I had agreed with and you guys agreed with, you guys would be like, man, this is not what I want to watch. We're showing you guys what their side of the story is, and then we can do corrections if needed. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us, especially me, I'm very keened into everything that's going on. You know what I mean? I'm very plugged in. I know exactly what's happening, so I like to be able to watch this kind of stuff, the mainstream media, and correct where needed.
On Majd al-Shams in the occupied Golan Heights. Emergency services here are still working to rescue the injured.
Oh, hell yeah. Shout out to you, Supercar Specifics. Let's go.
It's not known if the commander was killed.
This is the building that was struck by an Israeli drone, we believe. 3 rockets hit the building. As you can see, this is quite a heavily built up civilian area, but Israel says it had the Hezbollah commander, 8 holes responsible for the Majd al-Shams attack in its sights. There are mixed reports about whether he actually made it out alive, but we do know there's been at least 1 woman killed and a number of people injured here tonight.
Yes, sir, Mark.
This area of southern Beirut was the same area in which a Hamas official was targeted and killed by Israel back in January this year. The big question now, though, is what comes next, because Israel has said its response would be severe, and it said it would take a number of days. So this strike tonight here in Beirut may not be the end of it.
No, it's not going to be the end of it. How do you think that's going to be the end of it?
Saturday's attack in the Golan. Children playing quietly. Then an air raid siren. There was no time to take cover.
Oh,
it left 12 dead,
way.
all children and young adults watching a nearby football match.
I didn't see that
an
video
air raid
yet.
siren.
Look, watch
there
it.
was no time to take cover.
Holy
it left 12
shit.
dead, all children and young adults watching a nearby football match.
Whoa!
Hezbollah,
That's
which has
hardcore.
fired thousands of rockets and missiles into Israel in the last 10 months, denies it was behind the attack. The Iranian-backed group stands shoulder to shoulder with Hamas, but it's far better armed and its fighters more formidable. The conflict here was mainly contained to border areas and military targets, the unwritten rules of this almost war. But Saturday's attack on the Golan on civilians has pushed Lebanon and Israel to the brink. The United States and others have been working to contain things. How Hezbollah responds to tonight's assassination attempt and what Israel does next will determine whether war here is inevitable.
Yeah, they need military aid is what they're asking for, not money.
Well, the White House says that an all-out war between Israel and Hezbollah is not inevitable, but as you heard there are widespread fears of an escalation. Our correspondent Paul Adams is in Jerusalem for us now. And Paul, what's your assessment of the situation tonight?
Look, Rita, this was clearly a very targeted attack. Israel didn't just lash out after the events of the weekend. It took 3 days to pick a target and then went after that target. It's also quite noticeable that they have not issued any changes in terms of the home front instructions to civilians. No indication that there is an anticipated significant Hezbollah response. That is interesting. Israeli officials are quoted as saying that the ball is now in Hezbollah's court. I think the Israelis are convinced that this has been successful. In fact, in the last few minutes, they've issued a statement saying that they do indeed believe that Fuad Shukr, their intended target, is dead. In fact, the statement gives a long account of his history of involvement in attacks against Israel, stretching way back into the 1990s. So I think they feel that this was a very deliberate, very precise strike. Israeli officials have been saying, as Quinton mentioned, that Israel's response will be tough, but that it could go on for some days. So it may not be an end of the matter.
Mega love,
and obviously, Israeli officials who've been meeting late tonight will be very keen to see what the response is. I should just point out one other development, which is that there have been explosions that have targeted pro-Iranian Shiite militias in Iraq tonight. Now, we don't know who was behind those attacks.
No kidding.
Possibly the United States, possibly Israel. But when I spoke to a senior Israeli military official over the weekend about Israel's likely response, he did point out, he was at pains to point out, that all of this could be traced back to Iran.
Wow. All right. So this is brutal, man. What's going on over here in the Middle East, man? That is a whole lot of screwed upness, isn't it? You know what I mean? I feel bad for everybody that is, there's so many innocent people, man, that are being hurt, killed, children being hurt, killed. It's just, it's so sad all the way around. This is not what anybody wants. I think that a lot of you guys can agree with that, is like, hey, man, this all needs to be put to rest. You know, this is, otherwise it's just going to keep going, and it's just more and more people are just going to die. Yeah. How do you guys think it's going to end up? Let me know in the comment section down below, and also let me know in the live chat what you guys think is going to happen in the Middle East. Do you guys think that, what is Iran going to do at this point? What is Hamas going to do? What is Israel going to do? You know, this is a clusterfuck, to say the very least. So, sad. It's sad, man, because there's so many innocents that are getting hurt over this shit. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on over to the Instagram segment, man. Round of applause to all of you guys, man. Let's get it. All right. What up, y'all? So check it out. We're at the Shrimp Basket here in Coleman, Alabama. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and test this out and see what it's all about. I saw the reviews. They were absolutely insane. The food looked incredible. Let's get it. Let's see what's inside. Some fried pickles. Nice little draft beer skis. Look at that. Fried oysters, whitefish, popcorn shrimp, stuffed crab, whole shrimp, fries, and hush puppies. Damn, dude. Oh, yeah, you know it. Oh, you know it. Stocking up. Stocking up. Yeah. Maybe that's what. Look how we fit this bitch. Look at that. Yeah, it's definitely millennial food time, and also beer time. You know what I mean? It was also beer time for that. So, guys, do me a huge favor, man. Do me a mega favor. Go over to my Instagram, Ball Valve TV. It's the only one that's verified, okay? So yeah, there's a couple of accounts, but check me out, man. You can also type in Mike Ball, but Ball Valve TV, very much appreciate it. If you guys would go follow me over there, I'm also going to put it in the chat over here so that you guys can go hit that and follow me, man. I'd very much appreciate that. Yeah, man, direct message me. Let me know it's you guys, you know, hanging out from the show, man. IG Grub and Review. Heck yeah, that's right. What up, Joker? Much love and respect, my man. Appreciate you for being here as always, man. It's always great to see you guys. I very much appreciate it. Apparently, the Iranian people themselves are mostly pro the Western world. It's mostly their leadership that hates the United States. That's right. Only thing I can prove this is COVID. I always thought it was about me, but it's a coincidence. In Pakistan, I signed my wedding paper, and COVID began straight away. Antichrist comes before Jesus after Mahdi. Yes, sir. Back to work. Peace out. Hey, much love, respect, Blair. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, man. Appreciate you hanging out with us in the morning, man. Mike, have you had have had gained any weight in your new state? No, not really. I haven't. No, I'm the same weight that I have been for quite a while now. I don't know why I can eat so much, but yet I don't gain any freaking weight. You know, and also, by the way, guys, Steve reminded me to say something on the show. I guess very special, man. I got brother Junkyard showing up here at the Insane Wheels Palace, man. He's going to be hanging out here for the night. He's doing a club run, and he's going to a town that's about 45 minutes away from me. So he's going to stay here for the night. We're going to have a good ass time, drink some good beer, smoke some good smoke. And, you know, we're going to party on and have a good ass time. And we'll make some good ass, you know, memories, you know, I'll take him out, show him around, but he'll be here around 2 or 3 PM, something like that. I think he said, but whenever he gets here, he gets here. I very much, appreciate that he would even want to hang out, man. That's super legendary, man. So I very much appreciate it. Got that super metabolism. I do, dude. Straight jacket. It's kind of crazy. The metabolism is nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. War Gorilla says, who's to say who's wrong or right? We have not been there from the beginning. It's not our people, not our war. It's not our right to say anything about it. And it's not our problems. My opinion is mine. That's a good stance to have. I'm not joking. I support our military, just not the politics of it. I hated getting in the middle of it. I feel that. War, both countries aren't innocent in the Middle East, but the news makes us pick a side. And that's true. That's very true. Till metabolism meets middle age. Hey, Papa, I'm going to take advantage of it until then. Until then, I'm taking advantage of it. And if you guys are enjoying the video, man, please make sure you hit the like button. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I noticed that we have 37% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys look down below and see if you guys are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, man, and hit the notification bell. You know, this is a Monday through Saturday operation, man. I don't mess around. So with that being said as well, if you guys want to help out the show and get, you know, a live shout out, even if it happens off stream, the very next stream, I'm going to shout you out and make a spectacle of you guys donating, because that's how this show floats, man. We're very, very, very viewer supported, you know. So if you guys want to help out, we have Cash App, $BallValve. We have Venmo @BallValve, and we have PayPal, ballvalvetv@gmail.com. I'm going to let this scroll at the bottom. If you guys would like to help out, man, that would be awesome. It doesn't go unnoticed. I promise that. Follow me on my Instagram, like I said, at BallValveTV, and that's where all my good shit is, where I let you guys know where everything is, and the show, the highlights, the vlog kind of shit. So do me that favor and follow me over there. Let's see. We got Hardwire saying Insane Wheels, Insane Asylum. Stop by Mike's place, and Mike is a great dude. Fun little town. Enjoy. Hey, man, I very much appreciate that shit. That's awesome. I'm glad that you see it that way too, Hardwire, 100%. If it makes money, the U.S. government will always get involved, unfortunately. That's a damn fact. We're going to leave with that. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys, the Breakfast Club, man. I love you guys sincerely. Like, you guys, I look forward to hanging out with you guys every single day. It's kind of unreal. But with that being said, I hope you all have a great day. We'll see you guys on the flip side. We have the Diamond Effect tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you guys on the flip side. Much love and respect to everybody.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire.